Hello everyone and welcome to another Top 5 Records video and another one in the series in which I'm taking a closer look at the full discography of Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds, awaiting the release of their 18th studio album later this month, Wild God. But today I'm not going to be talking about Wild God. I'm going to be talking about their 4th studio album, Your Funeral, My Trial. What a daring title that is. Now, this album, released in 1986, was originally a double EP. Why would they call it a double EP? Because these are two pieces of vinyl. Isn't it a double album then? No, I'll show you. Uh, I recently bought this. I didn't even don't know it because it's among the ranks as a normal studio album. It was recorded as a normal studio album, but I think the double EP idea is nothing else than a way to get this in the best possible quality. Because there are two pieces of vinyl. Um, Artwork wise, it might be confusing because here you have Your Funeral, My Trial, Your Funeral, My Trial. So, artwork wise, it does play with the double EP idea, but you get 45 RPM releases of the music. 45 RPM. And this is the first, I believe, Dutch pressing. And to have it in 45 RPM just does incredible things for the sound. This sounds so open. You have so much detail. And it makes this album even more inviting than it already is. So find one of these originals on 45 RPM and you'll have an amazing experience because perhaps in this series, although I've been blown back by going through it chronologically, I've been blown away by the sheer power of The Firstborn is Dead. This album, tone wise, genre wise, is completely different, and the acoustics, the sound, the writing, it just took me completely in, and I'm so happy this is on 45 RPM. It does wonders. As a matter of fact, Nick Cave sees this as one of his best albums as well, and I'm not surprised. I mean, the songwriting is so incredibly good. For example, what you have here is the title track, Your Funeral, My Trial. It's gorgeous. It's great. Stranger Than Kindness has become a regular for his shows. It's an incredible song. It also features, the artwork is very confusing, a song called The Carry. And The Carry is a song that they also play at around the time of the release of this record in the film Der Himmel über Berlin by Wim Wenders. And that really captivates the vibe of this album. Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds appearing not just in a Wim Wenders film, but in Der Himmel über Berlin. It's one of my favorite films of all time. It is that atmosphere. This album was recorded in the Hansa Studios in Berlin, just as The Firstborn is Dead. And I'm starting to get the idea that these guys are better when they record in Berlin. There is something about that city, especially in the 80s, that makes you show a different side of yourself when you're an artist. Same thing happened to Bowie. His Berlin trilogy got him in touch with a complete different way of what he was expecting from himself. Not only that, you can hear it with Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds as well, but there's also something going on with his heroin addiction. This record breathes heroin, and although heroin is obviously a horrible, horrible drug, and there's no but in here, he does that atmosphere, the addiction, it does make a different kind of album. This is, in a certain way, incredibly sincere, but also, and that's a strange thing because that's not common with heroin addiction. So perhaps that has to do with a different situation in the band and the way they are working. Um, the thing is, the songs somehow seem to fit more together. The puzzle of the instruments and the arrangements and the development, they are less edgy. In the other records, they are more, the records before this one, they are more edgy. He, on the first Born is Dead, you hear he embraces the roughness and the poundingness of blues elements. I don't hear that here at all. Although I love it in the first Born is Dead, I don't hear it here at all. Somehow the music becomes yet still haunting and dangerous, but smoother. It is almost as if he gets more into a sort of high, a sort of a zone in which these things seem to work. I think this is a magnificent album. I'm really stunned by the composition, the overall quality, the sound of his voice, the overall quality of this pressing and mastering. This is, well, again, I'm gonna say it again. This is a masterpiece. It's incredible. So I'm curious, what do you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Leave a comment below and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.